Hi, I'm Jono, and if you're new here, I do pencil drawings. Copying has got a pretty bad rap in the artist community, and in this video I want to talk about why we should be copying. Copying is an important part of the art world, so in this video I want to talk about its importance and when you should do it and when you shouldn't do it. But just a quick thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, but I'll tell you more about them later. There are actually some laws in place that are encouraging us or almost guiding us to try and stimulate a creative conversation, which is a really exciting way to view the art world, in that it's this dialogue that's continuously happening through generations and also in current popular culture. The laws that I want to highlight are the Creative Commons and fair use. These laws both celebrate this idea of using references that exist in the world and building on them, on the condition that there being some sort of transformation evident. The laws are designed to foster freedom of expression rather than to stifle the creative community with harsh application of copyright law. Where they draw the line, though, is that you cannot claim the reference as your own. Publicly crediting is crucial. Other elements include whether you're getting financial gain from the work that you're reproducing, but I'll get into that later in the video. The Creative Commons license, though, encourages the idea of community and innovation. And so even in the legal world, the complications of copying is a social one that refers to the artistic community that you're a part of, and one that speaks to upholding integrity. Copying can play a really fundamental role in your practice. If you're already a professional and you want to learn a new technique or a new skill, you can copy someone's work who you admire and try and just tease out some of the secrets and figure out how they do it. Where the line is whether you're having financial gain from that or whether you're using this as part of your public portfolio. But I think the area where people go wrong is where they forget that there's a conversation going on. You're copying other people's work, and there's a lot of merit in that, because when you're trying to develop a skill, you don't really want to be pushing yourself to be adding, social commentary on whatever is happening, or you might not even care, and all you want to do is recreate something and practice hyperrealism, which is beautiful and fantastic, and we've all started there, we've all done that. So, for example, I really love Stanislav Buksinski's work, and as a bit of a tribute, I drew myself one of his artworks, which I haven't finished yet, but I want to frame and just put in my house. And it's never going to be seen by anyone else. That's for me only. When you're not putting it publicly out there, I didn't adapt it in any way. I didn't make it my own. It's just something of his, which I loved. And I wanted to feel what it was like to produce that artwork. The point is that using copying to develop your skill, to practice and to learn is fantastic, and that's one thing. But it can become very difficult for a young artist or an artist that's starting to get some recognition, because you've identified that you're good at what you do now and people are starting to recognize your work, but you might not have yet started to create your own work. You're still reproducing your reference images as you see them, as composed by other creatives. I really want to encourage other artists who are starting out, who are copying other people's works, to potentially view their career from the future, to consider the trajectory, and to identify that there are two skills that you're developing. The one is just the technique side of things, you're learning and you're developing and you're probably pretty proficient already. And the other is expressing your ideas in your artwork. And that's something that can take a lot of energy. It's already very intensive trying to focus on drawing and becoming proficient in this skill or medium. And then at the same time, trying to choose subject matter that is for you unique or novel and interesting, that isn't something that someone else has beautifully composed for you. And the truth is that once you start exploring the world of trying to bring your own ideas into light and exploring the space that you're in, using props and things as inspiration, it's an incredibly fulfilling space to move into. And if you're anything like me, it'll become a part of your practice that you get so excited about and that you value so much. There's very few things I find as enjoyable as landing on a concept or a composition that I can't wait to draw. And I know that it took however long to bring this thing into the world. So that's something I'd like to try and leave you with, which is how exciting it might be to dip your toe into the world of creating your own work or expanding and transforming the work of people that you appreciate. Okay, so a storm just hit halfway through, so the rest of this video is just going to be noisy with rain when it actually arrives. The fact is that art is a visual discussion. To be able to engage with the community that we're a part of, to engage with the references and influences that are surrounding us. A vital part of this, however, is your contribution. It is an exchange. Don't just stop at copying a reference, but take it a step further. Bring in a different element and continue the conversation. Before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to this video sponsor, Squarespace. I've been working with them for a couple of years now, and they've played a huge role in my career, not only in sponsoring these videos and helping to maintain this channel, but more importantly, early on in my career, I was looking for a way to show my work and make it easy for clients to find me and get in touch with me. And I felt that Squarespace just did that effortlessly. I never had to patch or upgrade anything. I could register a domain with them or set up an online store. And most importantly, I could design a portfolio and show my work the way that I wanted to. Also, every time I got stuck, their amazing support team helped me out instantly. So if you're looking at building a website, give Squarespace a try. And if you decide that you love them, use this offer code and get 10% off your first purchase. There we go. I hope this video was interesting, and if you're in whatever phase of your career and considering the merits or the whether you should still be copying work or not, I hope this kind of gives a bit of a highlight through what my personal journey with navigating whether I should continue to copy or try and start taking my own references or referencing other people's artworks and the merits of those. But if you found it interesting, leave a like. It helps the channel out in a huge way. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I really enjoy reading those, and I'll try and get back to as many as possible. As always, thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.